Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. Welcome to another episode of the ATL Dream Podcast with Edub and Yakiri. Back after a little 1 week hiatus, but we are back in effect. It is good to see you, Miss Yakiri. How are you doing today?
Hello, Edwin Pals. I'm doing well, and of course, I'm about 5 shades darker from today's event. But hey, it's all
Yeah,
in the game, right? Ah,
you can't tell by my screen. I'm a little bit darker too. I was on vacation last week in Destin,
awesome.
Florida. So, spend a little time with the family lamb and
Yes,
back, you know what I'm saying? So
yes. How was it? Did you have a good time?
Destin is a crown jewel. Let me tell you this. And it's funny because I'm from Florida, but I had never been to Destin, which is wild. But like Destin is beautiful, beautiful sand, beautiful water. Definitely on the agenda for next summer as well. So yeah, we had a good time.
Awesome. Love it, love it. Well,
How have things
dude,
been your way?
it's been lovely. Let me tell you, just relaxing and getting back into the track of thing. I had a very brief hiatus myself with sports, and now we're back in action. So yeah, we're looking forward to what's to come. Next up, Hawks.
Yes, yes. Now you did we did speak before we recorded. You were out at Falcons camp, and so for all the Falcons fans out there, how's the team looking?
Team's looking steady. They're looking great. This is going to be an excellent time to be a Falcons fan.
Yeah,
Mike
you didn't
Penix,
melt. You didn't melt. So you made it.
look, understatement. I melted, but I made it.
But this is the ATL Dream Podcast, a podcast dedicated solely to the Atlanta Dream. And we got a lot to talk about. This is the post All Star break run that we're on. So we're going to kind of catch you guys up on some things and just kind of talk about the Atlanta Dream. So a big part of what we do is on social media. So we would love for you to connect with us first and foremost on our social media platforms. Kiri is going to let you know where you can contact her and where you can find all of her musings.
Yes, hit us up on the Twitter, the X, or whatever they're called these days, and at Chicks in the Sports without the S. And then hit us up on the gram, the Facebook, Chicks in the Sports with the S. Okay?
There you have it. And you can follow me at Hawks Beat for my musings with the Atlanta Hawks and ATL underscore Dreamin' Pod. You can follow the show on X as well. So make sure you tap in with us, subscribe to the podcast, and let us know what you love about the show. Drop us 5 stars, and we would greatly be appreciated. Of that,
Yeah.
let's get into it. ATL Dreaming News All-Star Game recap. We managed to get 3 people in the All-Star game. Now, of course, Ryan didn't play. She had an injury. But at the last moment, Brianna Jones was a late addition. So we were represented with 3 All-Star players. We didn't talk about how we felt about that. So how was it like? I know I was extremely happy that Brianna got chosen. Your thoughts on the trifecta ladies representing the A in the All-Star weekend?
Absolutely. Three is enough. That is amazing. Like it's almost like the Holy Trinity, right? We got Brianna,
You're
we have
nuts.
Alicia Gray, and we got Stop It. And we have Ryan Howard. Amazing. So yes, it was nothing but love, love all the way around. Because look, you know how I am. Represent the A. That's what I'm all about. So yeah, it was
Yeah,
fun times.
it was good to see. It would have been dope to see Ryan there, but I was still glad that she was there and supporting her homegirl, and it was good
Mhm.
to see Brianna there, and it was just good vibes. Like the whole weekend, it's just so cool to see how the ladies interact and how much love they show for each other, but yet when they compete, they still want to take each other's heads off. So
Oh
it's like
yes.
it's dope to see that duality because they be but when you're watching the games you're like, oh, they hate each other. They don't, they just compete. Like that just
They're
shows how they
competing.
compete, right?
Absolutely. Just true teammate energy is what you saw on display for
Yeah,
sure.
so it was definitely cool with team Collier getting the dub, our own Alicia Gray chipping in with 18 points in that team.
Mhm.
Brianna was on team Clark, she chipped in with 11. So
Points.
it was
Yeah.
just dope to see both of those ladies representing. And it was a good weekend. I thought it was a good weekend for everybody involved. Um, yeah, All-Star Weekend's always fun. What you think about the
Absolutely.
fashion? Like like a big part of WNBA is a fashion. We don't really talk about that. You know,
I
you're a lady.
know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not really up to speed on some of the fashion and the looks, but like, what did you think about like the whole fashion element of it?
I loved it. The fit checks was amazing. I'm all about the fits, and they brought it. Definitely love to see that young energy. Although I guess I'm giving auntie energy these days, but the young ones, yeah, I love the fits. I love the energy, and yeah, it was amazing just to see everyone come out and show out, especially wearing those dope outfits.
Yeah, I appreciate it for just like the individuality of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like again, I'm
Yeah,
not like a fit expert or like, what looks great, what looks like. I just like the folks be out here representing themselves, you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Um we do gotta before we get into the standings, we do gotta talk about our old teammate, our old Atlanta Dream player. Did you catch any of the broadcasting from the Stud Buds? Courtney
No, go
Williams
ahead. Tell me
and
all about it.
so
Tell me
Courtney
all about it.
Williams and Natasha, I think Hardiman, they had like this whole Stud Buds thing on Twitch where they stream pretty much everything. And so they were like at the parties, and Courtney is always a hoot. So it was just awesome entertainment, and like they're just always a vibe, man. So like shout out to Courtney, man. Like I always got love for
Absolutely.
Courtney. And the whole Stud Buds thing caught a lot of energy and caught a lot of uh, hits and stuff. So shout out to them, man. I thought it was pretty dope.
I
So
love that. You're
yeah,
absolutely right. Courtney always was that person to bring the energy, although, we wish she could have stayed and had that energy still on display for us. But yeah, I love Courtney Williams off course. She is amazing. I think, ultimately you got to do what you need to do to get what you need done, and having those podcasts circulating and just really supporting the W at the same time. That's so important. So yeah, I love it. I definitely love it. But Stud Bets, is that today? Unique
yeah, that's
name.
like I think that's their name on Twitch or
Oh
whatever, where they
wow.
stream. So
Okay, I
shout out
like
to
it.
them, man. Like that, they really blew up that weekend. So
All
shout out
right.
to them. Let's take a look at the standings. Currently, the Atlanta Dream are 14-10. That is good for three. That is good for fourth in the W. Um, at the top, you got Minnesota and New York. Uh, Phoenix is number three at 15-9, and then you have the Atlanta Dream. That group from like 3, 4, 5, and 6, like Phoenix,
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta, Seattle, Indiana, they're all separated by like a game or like two games. So like
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta goes on like a little streak, they could easily be like the third best team in the league. So
Mm-hmm.
they're
Mm-hmm.
kind of like in that little tier right now, kind of like that second tier. They're still in good space. I mean, like again, I think we won like maybe 15 games all year last year. We're at 14. So you just got to keep stacking dubs, man. Right behind Atlanta is Seattle, 15-11. Indiana is 13-12. Indiana is currently playing now. I got that game on.
Mm-hmm.
They're playing Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then you have kind of Washington, Las Vegas, Golden State, and LA. And then at the bottom, you got Chicago, Dallas, and Connecticut. So
Right.
from a standings point, the Dream are in pretty good. They're in uh, pretty good spot. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They're on this 6-game road streak, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. But how do you feel so far? We're like at the All Star break. How do you feel about where this team is?
I love it. I love it. I'm sorry. I was about to sneeze, but I couldn't. I don't know what happened, but I felt it coming on. My bad. No. So I love it. I love it. There's so much work that needs to be done, but they are in the right place. They're in the right mix and heading into a tough stretch. Look, this is going to be unbelievable for our team. If we could just continue on just winning. Oh, Ed. Can you foresee what the fans will be doing and how much love we'll be getting for our team and the media in general?
Yeah, I just want a playoff game at home. That's all I want. Like I want a playoff game at home. You know what I'm
Back to
saying?
that.
And I'm not gonna go on the format of
I know.
how I dislike the WNBA playoff format. I just want a playoff game at home. That's all I want, and I think that they deserve that. But um,
Absolutely.
all things considered, I'm okay with what this team has done so far, and you just got to keep on plugging, man. Got they have a tough game today. We'll talk about that in just a moment,
Hmm. Hmm.
but I think they're doing just fine. One
Absolutely.
thing I did want to note, they are currently on their 6 game away streak. I mean, 6 game road trip.
Yep.
When they went to Phoenix the other night, our girl BG was shown so much love. I don't know if you saw any of the videos or
Hmm.
any of the pictures or
Hmm.
anything, but Diana Taurasi was there and some of her old teammates. And Phoenix really rolled out the red carpet, and it was so good to see them show love to BG, man. Just your thoughts on BG going to Houston. And we walked out that mug with a dub. So, like, it made it a little bit better, right?
Absolutely. You know what? It was a powerful moment. Just to be honored, showing BG's strength, her courage, just her resilience, everything she endured kind of on and off court per se, but it was just bigger. It was bigger than basketball. So just salute to BG. Well deserved, just well deserved tribute.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice to see. It's always nice to see people get their flowers and everything. And I just thought it was a dope moment. Again, and credit to BG. She had a good game that game. I think
Hmm.
she went for 17 and 8. She was like,
Hmm.
she said something like when she saw Tarazi on the sideline, she kind of got invigorated, and it was dope, man. It was just really dope. And shout out to Phoenix for rolling out the carpet and showing her
Absolutely.
love like that. Because to be honest, they really didn't have to. They didn't have to,
No.
but it was cool that they did. So
Absolutely. Aren't you always proud of those teams when they show love to those players that, are no longer with their team? They don't, like you said, they don't have to do that, but they
yeah,
do.
and like you don't have to have no advertisement, like no animosity. Like sometimes it's just business. Sometimes you got to trade somebody away. Sometimes you got to waive somebody. It ain't nothing personal. It's just business. But like it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Next up, Ryan Howard. We talked about this a little bit. We kind of mentioned it. They have not updated us on her return. The latest is when they sent out the release, I think about 2 weeks ago. They just said she's going to be out to the end of July. Today is July 27th. So we're
Mhm.
kind of knocking on the end of the month. Hopefully, we'll get another update uh, soon. That doesn't mean that
Mhm.
she's going to be back, but
But
um, this is a different dynamic without Ryan Howard. Obviously, you're not just missing the 16 points, you're missing the defense, but you're missing a key part of like what they do as a whole. And you know, they got a dub last game, thanks to Alicia going crazy, and you got some bench help. In your estimation, like kind of who are like maybe it's a group of people. Like, what do they need to do while she is out? Like, who needs to step up? Like, how can they tread water until she gets back?
you know what? I think ultimately that's some heavy, big shoes to fill. But most importantly, we see this team coming together in times when players are out. So I definitely will say Alicia Gray is definitely one of the ones. Again, like you said earlier, she poured in like 28 points the last game. She's clearly embracing the scoring load. So I definitely can see Alicia coming together with maybe even Nas, Shatori. I can see that energy coming from veterans presence who definitely can bring energy to the perimeter defense. But ultimately, if I had to put my finger on which players will be coming together, just standing in for the absence of Ryan, let's just say it'll be Maya, Nas, Alicia, and Shatori. I can see them stepping up at the rim.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't say so much Alicia because I think that she's already like kind of carrying a lot. You know
That's
what I
it,
mean?
right?
Like she's carrying a lot.
This is what she do.
And
This is
so
like another
like
day in the office.
and we already talked about like we've talked about on previous podcasts on how sometimes it feels like Alicia and Ryan are kind of carrying too much, and at the end of the games they're like worn out.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I'm gonna go with the bench guys like Shatori, Nas. I know Maya has got a couple games where she has started, and even
Hmm.
in the last game,
Hmm.
uh Walker Kimball gave you 11 points. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Nas gave you 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
Those contributions off the bench are going to be critical. Now,
Absolutely.
they can't score if they don't play. So, and I've been a little critical of the coach about not playing his bench enough, but he's doing what he feels he needs to win. And sometimes I feel like he kind of goes a little bit too deep with the starters, and like I would love to see more of Pow Pow. I would love to see
Mm-hmm.
more of Nia.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe he kind of needs to lean into his bench a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? And maybe
Absolutely.
trust these girls to kind of contribute a little bit more, to take a little bit of the burden off of the starters and kind
Mhm.
of make things a little bit more even, because everyone's gonna have to pull a little bit more with Ryan out, right? But
Absolutely.
that's kind
Absolutely.
of how I feel about
Well, can we just go ahead and let you as assistant coach
it.
for the Dream?
But you know what? I would, but I just don't have the time. You know what I'm saying? School is about to start. And when school starts, I'm gonna be coaching like three different sports this
Uh-huh.
year.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be coaching basketball. I'm gonna be coaching flag football for my school. And I'm gonna be coaching cross country, Yakiri.
What?
We're gonna be doing cross country this year. And it's so dope because elementary kids never get exposed to that. So
So
like,
wait. Before we even move on, stay right here for a second.
yeah.
Can you explain to the listeners what the heck is cross country?
Cross
Go
country is
ahead.
like distance running. It's like
Wow.
distance running. So like anything over like, 400 meters, So ask me what I know about cross country. I don't, so I'm going to be doing a lot of Googling and finding out how to even train and how to support kids like that. But I'm going to figure it out. So yeah, shout out to all the coaches out there. But
Absolutely.
I have to declare I am not going to be able to be an assistant for the Atlanta Dream. So you heard that here. I am reporting that I am not going to be available. I am sorry. So I know
So
it's
you
going to
have
come.
to deny the coins and the job. We
I'm
got
going to
it.
have to. I'm going to
Okay.
have to, unfortunately. So,
Liam, start the press release.
yes. But going back to the Atlanta Dream, they are
Yes.
currently 2-3 on this 6-game road trip. They end the
Mhm.
road trip today. And out of all places, they have to end it in Minnesota.
Mhm.
And so, like, Minnesota is a juggernaut. But I said the last time we had a pod, I say if they go 3-3 on this trip, that would be a success.
Mhm.
We don't know how today's gonna turn out, but 2-3 so far through 5 games, in all actuality, I'm kind of okay with it. Like, how do
Mhm.
you feel about how they've been playing on the road?
I am loving what I'm seeing. I think they are showing a glimpse of stability. Where for before this team was just like up and down roller coaster ride. It's almost like it's coming together, but it still has one missing piece. But
Mhm.
ultimately, it shows that they're able to ride out the wave and they're able to bounce back and show resilience. And that's what's important when we're looking at these teams. We definitely want to see resilience, and that's definitely what they've been showing.
Yeah, and especially, playing some of these games without Ryan. Like before the trip
Absolutely.
started, we're like, okay, like if we went 3-3, we didn't expect to be shorthanded like during the back end of this trip. And
Mm-hmm.
I thought that getting a dub in Phoenix was huge. I thought it was
Absolutely.
huge. Um, you had the guy, you had Walker Kimball step up, you had Canada step up, and we'll talk a little bit about that Phoenix game. Great, 28 points, BG 17-8. After they gave her all the tribute, she was out there balling on them, and most importantly, I thought it was a good win after a loss, because I believe that was the game they played. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was the game they
Mhm.
played after the Las Vegas
Mhm.
loss. Was that correct?
Mhm. Yep, that is
So
correct.
a good bounce back win. You know what I'm saying? So going into a game like against Minnesota, I thought that the game with Phoenix was just like really like showed a lot of their just battling adversity.
Absolutely. Just showing resilience, just pure resilience. But
Yeah.
of course,
So
we have this game today moving right ahead. What is the score? Do we have the app, that live score?
no, they don't play until I think the game tips at 7.
Okay,
So
so we do
it's a
have time.
yeah, it's like an evening game.
Okay.
I don't know the broadcast thing. It might just be on the WNBA stream, and I voiced my displeasure with that as well. But because these ladies need to be on TV, like stop trying to put everything on the internet. Like stop. You're trying to build this brand. The game right now between Indiana and Chicago is on is on ABC. Though these games, like, get a better TV deal, Kiri. Come on. You know they can get a better TV deal.
But here's the thing, Ed, and it was brought to my attention. I don't want to get too much in because we'll lose track of our show and just lose our space and time. But it seems as though, in all honesty, that there may be money that's being lost. So they're trying to collect those ends, and right now, that is not of the highest priority.
I understand that. I understand.
Yeah. So
But
I
I'll be
would.
emotional and I'd
You
be
look,
like.
look, it's better than the Twitter back in the day where we
Oh
were
my
trying
gosh.
to.
The
So just
game is gonna
baby
be on
steps.
Twitter. That was so wild. Like going on Twitter and watching the game. Like, anywho.
Yeah. Imagine from a media perspective, like what is this? Like
So,
what is happening here? So yeah, just know I think everything is going to happen when it needs to happen. It's
okay.
still baby steps, although we're what 20 plus years in. It still takes time. I mean, we've accomplished so much throughout the years. We truly
Yeah.
have. But again, little brother or big brother, we see their success over there. But it's coming in. Just be patient.
I
That's all
will.
I have to tell you. Just
I
be
will. I
patient.
will. I will. Since you
Okay.
reprimanded me. Um, Good dub against Phoenix. Today they go against Minnesota, and I will be sure I will be pressed to say like this team is nothing short of a juggernaut. Like Nafisha is playing at an MVP caliber year.
After a
They
year.
have the top they have the top record in the league.
Hmm.
They're 8-2 in their last 10. They're 14-0 at home.
Hmm.
So,
Undefeated at home.
it would be nice to come in there and shock the world. I'll just say that. It would be nice to come in there and shock the world. And let me say this, while I would not put money on it, I do believe the Dream can get a dub. I believe like they're
Mhm.
that talented enough to disrupt a team like Minnesota and get a dub.
I
Do I
agree.
think like if I had to put a probability on it, and I know we don't need new probabilities anymore, but like I would go 60-40. I would go
Mhm.
like, 60% chance Minnesota wins, but I'll give Atlanta 40%. I give them
I get that.
40%, right?
Absolutely. I look, I'm optimistic. I'll even give a 50% chance. How about
Okay,
that?
50-50. I mean, shoot, they put on shoes just like we put on shoes.
Exactly.
You know
Say
what I'm
what?
saying? We just gotta find a plan to stop that daggone the Fisher Collier, man, because she is something else.
Else.
She is
Yes.
something else. You gotta show love to people that are balling, but like if you had to give a maybe like a key to victory, like what did the Dream need to do to shake up the world? Like if they like to pull the surprise upset today, just and go crazy with it. Use your imagination. Like don't even think in reality. Like what needs to happen today? Like let's just go crazy with it. You know what I mean?
You know what? I think, in all honesty, they need to have a fast start. Don't let Minnesota get comfortable, period. Defensive jump energy. Make sure your energy is live from the jump. Do not keep it slow. Do everything fast. Keep your energy up and paint production. Make sure that since Howard is out, we need to finish inside and limit second chances. Make sure to not let Nafisia get in the mix. Stop her at all costs. Do what you need to
Listen,
do.
I'm with that. I'm gonna echo everything that you said. I'm gonna
Okay.
flip it a little bit. I'm gonna say they need to not start fast. I think they need to finish fast because we've had problems finishing games.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think if you're just able to hold serve throughout the first three quarters, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you're able to go into the fourth quarter only down 5, only down 7, and
Mm-hmm.
then like find a way to like make it muddy. You know those muddy games sometimes it's kind of
Yes.
scrappy. Make it kind of muddy, and when they're like, "Oh man, this team is playing for real," that's when you sucker these teams in. You know what I'm saying? If I was a coach, my game plan would be make everybody else beat us.
Mm.
I'm doubling Nafisha Collier as soon as she walks into the arena. I'm sending 2 people at her. I don't care. Let Courtney go for 40. Let everybody else go for 40. I'm not letting Nafisha beat us. I'm doubling her. I'm tripling her every time she even if she goes to the bench, I'm doubling
Mm-hmm.
her. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? I'm
Mm-hmm.
just that would be my game plan as a coach. But we'll see what coach has cooked up. We have the bodies to bang with her, Brianna and BG and Nas,
Mm-hmm.
we can throw bodies at her.
Yeah.
We just kind of would probably need about 4 or 5 more to throw something at her. But we're gonna see, man. We're
We
gonna
will see.
see. We will see.
Absolutely.
So good luck to the team out in Minnesota. Um, Again, this is the final game of their 6-game um, away road trip.
Mm-hmm.
They come back home on Tuesday. Tuesday, they have a game versus Golden State. Our old friend Monique Billings will be in the building. And, Wednesday, now this is a tough turnaround. And so, like, I'm not
Yes.
going to keep complaining about everything. But you just come off of a 6-game roadie.
And
You
you're
get
back on the
one game
road.
at home, and
Yeah.
then you got to turn around for a back-to-back and fly to Dallas?
Yes. Second
Tell me
back
I'm
to
overreacting.
back.
That's a lot,
No,
Gary.
it is a lot. It's like what? Who did make the schedule? But no, it
Like,
is a lot. It is a lot.
I mean, and then you fly to Dallas, and then you're back home on Friday. So it's really only one away game in a week, but the
Mm-hmm.
way it just kind of worked out is just kind of crazy. But like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to complain about it because every team has to deal with these things. It's just our team. I don't particularly like it, but they will be home on Tuesday. So
Mm-hmm.
get your tickets, come out and support. I know the arena is going to be sold out because that's
Mm,
what they do.
home
And
on Monday, right? Is it
Tuesday,
Monday? Tuesday. Okay.
I think it's Tuesday because today's Sunday,
I
so
just
they're not
right.
playing
Today
tomorrow.
is Sunday.
Yeah, my days run together too. You're not. Don't
I
worry
know,
about
right? All together. It's
it.
like
So
what? What
those
is
are
the
the
next?
next 3 games. Let me just
Mhm.
recap that. Next 3 games, we got Tuesday. They're playing Golden State at home.
Mhm.
Next day, they got to fly to Dallas, and then they're back home on Friday. So this week, 2 home games, 1 away game. It'll be nice to pick up all 3, but if you can get 2 out of 3, I think that'll be good shape. What say you?
I agree. If we can get 3 out of 3, that would be even better.
That's
But if
ideal.
you, but anything can happen. Anything can happen. Being back at home, I can see that the momentum will be in our favor. We're going to continue on, and I can see we cash a win. Away, maybe a little bit tough. We do have those 2 games away, so I would. If no, I don't want to say that. I was going to say lose at home, win away, but let's just say win all 3. Let's do
Yeah.
that.
And one thing Minnesota has showed you, you got to protect home. Like they're
We
14-0
do.
at home.
Mhm,
And if
mhm,
you wanna be at the top of the standings, you got to protect home. So I don't mind going 500 on the road. I really don't. I don't mind going 500 on the road. I
mhm.
don't mind splitting games on the road. But I want a majority of these games at home. I want a majority of those dubs. But that's just kind of my
Absolutely.
my take on it. So that is what it is. It is time for our player of the week. We've had a lot of discussion and a lot of uh, interaction with the different games that they played over the last 2 weeks because we weren't here. So if you want, you can do it over the totality of the 2 weeks. If you want to do it, you can do it from just the last Phoenix game. I'm going to let you do your player of the week however you want to do your player of the week.
Now, you already know it's no questions asked. It's going to Alicia Gray. She's truly leading by example. She's taking the scoring load and showing all-star level leadership in the absence of Ryan. So I definitely want to give that to our girl Alicia Gray. Well deserving.
Salute to our all star, man. Salute to our all star. I'm going to go a different
Mhm.
direction. And
Where are you going with this?
I've been very critical of this player on our team. I'm gonna go Walker Kimbrell. And
Okay.
here's why I'm gonna do this. She's chipped in 11 points last game in Phoenix. Those
Hmm.
11 points I thought were very big. She played 20 minutes.
Hmm.
Her playing time has been up and down all season. There's times where she's played, she hasn't scored, and
Hmm.
I've honestly been very frustrated. But seeing what she contributed last game just let me know how valuable she is.
Hmm.
So I'm
Hmm.
going to give her the player of the week because of how she played in Phoenix, and in the hopes that she continues to get time and continues to produce with the time that she's given. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So this is
Hmm.
kind of like, hey, let's keep this up, right? And so
Yeah.
I would love to see her success. I would love to see her, produce more. So shout out to her. Shout out to Maya,
Shout
and
out.
yeah. But Walker Kimbrell is my player of the week for her 11 points off the bench in Phoenix.
Good call, Ed. Good call. I love
Thank
it.
you, my dear. Thank you, my dear. For those of you that are new to the podcast, this we normally end our podcast with doing a um, what do we call it?
Parting shot.
Yes, parting shot.
Parting shots.
I had a brain fart. You can tell school is about to get going because my
You're like,
brain
what
is
is this?
scrambled. We do parting shots. Parting shots are just Kiri and I clearing our chest. We could say something sports related. It cannot be sports related. It's just us saying we want to say to end our show. So, ladies always go
Okay.
first. And so I'm going to let Kiri go first with her parting shot.
Okay, sports lovelies, ladies and gentlemen. So my parting shot goes to this week. Look, had a tough week. Three deaths. Theo, uh, Ozzy Osbourne, and Hulk Hogan. You know what? Once upon a time, I used to have a crush on Hulk Hogan. I really thought I was going to marry Hulk Hogan, but that's neither here or there. That's another story for another day. But also Theo, too. I had my lights for him. I was like, I can see that, but okay, enough. But rest in peace to those who are no longer with us. And I'll just say this, I'm not the person that always is woe is me, but I am true to being transparent. And the truth is, you just never know what a person is going through. These last few months, weeks, even days have not been easy. But despite it all, I still smile. Sometimes I laugh to keep from crying. But no matter what, I choose to lead with kindness, even when it's not returned. Because kindness, even when it's unreciprocated, still leaves a mark. So listen, it'll leave a mark on someone who gives it, it'll leave a mark on someone who receives it. So, what I would tell you is just make sure to always share kindness, be kind to people, even not knowing that they may be carrying a heavy load. So, if you are or see me smiling, if you see me smiling, just know it's not weakness, it's resilience wrapped in grace. That is my parting shot for this week. The end. That was a struggle. I was like, oh my gosh, don't cry.
Bravo. 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 Very well put. Very well done, as always, Miss Yakiri. And that is why she makes the big bucks.
We'll talk about that after the show.
Yeah,
Continue on, Edwin.
contract negotiations.
Okay, yes.
Um, my parting shot is going to be a little bit closer to home, like you did. I'm going to follow in your direction. This
Mhm.
Thursday will be July 31st. 12 years ago, this Thursday, I was at Northside Hospital welcoming the birth of my second child, Samantha. Samantha,
Aw.
affectionately known as Sam Bam, affectionately known as so many other pet names that I won't say on here.
Yes.
But having a girl changed me forever. When my son came, it was easy because I was a male. So it was easy for me to understand male thinking. When the little girl comes, and I'm sure your husband can attest to this, it throws everything off. My daughter is smart. She's creative. She's my little artist. She is so many wonderful things. and I just want to celebrate her. I want to encourage her, and I'm always thankful for her birthday. And it's just another year of life, and I just pray that she's always healthy and supported. And um, I just love her. I love both of my kids, but this is my daughter's birthday coming up on Thursday, so I want to salute and give my parting shot to my love, Samantha, my Sam Bam. So
Aw,
my
happy
parting shot.
birthday, Samantha, my
Yes.
fellow
Well,
Leo. You
yes.
forget, I mine is before hers. One
Yes.
day.
Yes. Leo gang is in the house, man.
Right?
Goodness gracious.
Twinning.
Mercy. But
Yes.
shout out to the list. And shout out to our guy Malik. Malik had a birthday this week too.
He
So
did. Happy
shout out to
birthday,
Malik, man.
Malik.
That's our guy. That's our little
That's our
brother.
dude.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the ATL Dream Podcast. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Make sure to tell 2 or 4 or 6 or 12 of your friends. Subscribe to the podcast. Hit us up on our social media platforms. And hopefully we'll see you guys next week talking about some Atlanta Dream victories. Until then, on behalf of Kiri and I, we are out of here. Peace and love.
Bye, y'all.